is the 77 WABC minicast.
Here he is, Radio Hall of Famer, my dear friend, the great Craig Carton. Craigie, good Monday morning, pal. How are you?
I'm doing great, but I think you lost your fastball. If you think I'm talking Masters golf today, I don't know. You're wrong. I mean, I got the Mets in free fall. I got the Yankees losing 5 in a row.
Yeah.
New York's a baseball town. Yeah. And I watched 30 minutes of the Masters yesterday. Ugh.
You know, it's funny you say that. I loved it. I watch hours and hours of it because when I first started working at WFAN, I just love it. I find it to be riveting TV Saturday and Sunday, even when Rory blew that 6-stroke lead on Saturday. And when I first got to WFAN, I was like, nobody cares about golf. Just like you were saying, I was Mets and Knicks and Giants. And then I would sit and listen to Mike and the Mad Dog talk for hours and hours and hours. And I started talking to people on the streets. I go, do you care about this stuff? And I was wrong. Now, maybe it changed in the last, 10, 15 years since those guys were gone. But they, people love that golf stuff. Here in New York, they play a lot of golf. I guess they like it. I don't know.
Yes, it's one of those things where I try to appeal to the masses. There's 8 million people, and if I'm going to focus on the 2% that love talking about golf, I'd be out of a job.
Listen, I would bet you that the Masters ratings were a lot bigger than the Mets and Yankees yesterday. Not even close. Even here in New York, I would bet you. I'd bet you.
Well, let's see what it comes out. I'm sure we can find those numbers, but I mean, could you find something? Like, I'm a Tiger guy, right? If Tiger Woods is playing, yes, I'll watch any golf tournament. I don't care where it is. But it was 65 degrees yesterday. I got 23 chickens. I got a garden that needs to be rebuilt. And I got wood I got to burn. So I'm sorry if I'm not going to sit inside all day watching a bunch of stick-up-their-ass Europeans play golf.
No, listen, I hear you. And Rory is from Ireland, and they're a very anti-Semitic country, so F him. But the Mets and Yankees...
By the way, you don't have to have a talk because not everybody's anti-Semitic. I mean, there are a lot of people that are, but you just turned Rory McIlroy winning the Masters into a statement on Ireland.
Yeah, no, Ireland is a very anti-Semitic country. You know, they were one of the first European countries they were willing to recognize Palestine, which doesn't exist, as a state. I mean, I'm not breaking any news this morning. People in Ireland hate the Jews, and not everybody's anti-Semitic. Just the people that are saying that the reason why we're in this war with Iran is because of Bibi. If you're saying that, odds are you're anti-Semitic. Yes.
Yeah, that's probably true. But let me ask you a question. Now that you have come over to the dark side and joined the congregation of my world-famous church...
Well, hold on a second. Hold on. I got to stop you right there because people need to hear. This is one of the greatest cuts, I believe, Louis, I need you. This is one of the greatest cuts in the history of sports talk radio. This church that Craig Carton started not that long ago. It is, I believe it's called Met Fans for Yankees. Lewis is on the phone right now with the congressman out of Florida, Randy Fine, so I'll play it as soon as he gets back to me. But explain to this listening audience exactly what that is.
First off, the name of the church is actually Met Fans for Yankees.
Play it, Lewis. Cut number 13.
For Yankees.
One more time, Lewis.
Mets fans for Yankees.
So I am now a member of this church. Yeah.
Well, but you got to say it right. I didn't hear you say it, though.
Oh, I'm afraid to say it because it's the way you do it is so good. If I screw it up, I'll feel horrible. So I'm afraid to say it. Maybe I'll say it Wednesday night from the stadium, standing there with Randy Levine and Aaron Judge. When the conversion becomes official, it's going to become official on Wednesday night. I'm in talks to do a whole bunch of fun stuff in the Bronx. But on a serious note, Craig, I'm getting killed. Joe Tacopina was on Friday. What are you doing? I said, Joe, I'm not 12 anymore. I'm sorry. I love the Mets. I want them to win. But a baseball win or loss means nothing to me. What's going on in this city? What's going on in this city? That means everything to me. They are a woke ball club, way too woke. Lindor's wife, Mr. Met, you want to laugh about it? It's not funny. Hugging Mamdani at the game on Thursday. Those types of things mean more to me than a Met win or a loss. So I'm going to get killed, and I already am, by a bunch of people in this city for switching my teams. But I'm going to be 59 years old. I got 2 kids. This city means a lot more to me than a stupid Met or Yankee win. Sorry.
Yeah, look, I dealt with the same stuff when I first transitioned from a Mets fan to a Yankees fan. But people get over it pretty quickly. They get over it. Think about their lives and they root for their teams. But it all started back in 2009 when the Yankees played the Phillies in the World Series. And I, like you, have a distaste for everything that comes out of Philadelphia, other than their soft pretzels, because they are the best in the world, and ours are an embarrassment. And a little thing they call water ice there. I'd rather Rita's water ice than Marino's Italian ice, and have to flip it over with my wooden spoon to get to the syrup on the bottom. Outside of that, Philadelphia's a dump. It's like the Middle East in Pennsylvania. And
well, what about the cheesesteaks? The cheesesteaks are pretty good, too, no?
By the way, the cheesesteaks an overrated food, and here's why. And it's going to upset some of your audience. You know, everybody you meet tells you that their grandmother makes the best meatballs they've ever had.
Well, in my case, it's true. Yeah.
Yes, I thought I'll be saying, oh, we make the greatest cheesesteak of all time. No, you don't.
They don't?
I'll go to Talercio's in Middletown, New Jersey right now and get a cheesesteak 10 times better
really?
than anything they have in Philadelphia.
I don't know, because I often go to my buddy Stevie Moderano's place. He's in that TV show Gravesend with me, but I've known Stevie for 25 years down in Florida. Yeah. You know him very well, too, Oakland Park Boulevard. He may be in Fort Lauderdale, but he comes from Philadelphia. That may be the best cheesesteak at any restaurant anywhere in the country.
Yeah, and I love Steve's food, and I've been to virtually every one of his restaurants. And yes, he was born and raised in the kitchens of Philadelphia. But I'll give you Talercio's cheesesteak in Middletown, New Jersey, over any cheesesteak in the world. And that's the thing. It ain't hard to make a good cheesesteak. Making meatballs is not hard. Making sauce/gravy, not difficult. We all do it the same way.
Oh, God, I guess. I don't know. There was certain times you go past somebody's backyard in Brooklyn on a Sunday, especially in Bay Ridge, and you smell that sauce. Even my next-door neighbor, Gloria Iovine, for many years at 2212 Quentin Road in Brooklyn, there was just something about it. But you're right. I mean, people tend to get carried away, and they get the same way with their baseball teams. So when you made that conversion during the Yankee-Philly World Series, now going back 17 years ago, you also received the beating that I've been getting the last couple of days, yes?
Yeah, I think you're getting a bigger beating than I got because I'm just more lovable than you. But outside of that, yeah, it's going to last for like a couple days, I guess, after Wednesday night's coronation of you as the new king of the Yankee fans. It'll die slowly on the vine by Friday. And everybody will have no interest in that story.
No one's going to care.
By the following Monday.
Well, we'll see, because I'll tell you why, because May 15th, Craig Carton, I'm supposed to show up at Citi Field with my dear friend Bill O'Reilly. He has already invited me. We go to a lot of Met games together every year. It takes me to about 5 or 6 games, but the special May 15th date has the Mets hosting the Yankees. So at the time when he invited me last week, I was still a Met fan. Now that has changed, I'm going to go to Queens wearing a Roy White jersey or Oscar Gamble. I don't even know yet. I got to figure it out.
Yeah, that's a tough choice, by the way. A choice that nobody's ever had to make before. That'll be interesting. After your coronation on Wednesday night, and I've got the Yankee Katoub in my car, I'll bring it to you to sign. It's going to be interesting. Do you go to Citi Field wearing Yankee gear? I'm not sure if you have that in you just yet.
Really? Why, you think that the fans would get upset?
No, I don't give a rat's ass about, how they react to you doing it. The question is, do you do it? Like, that's a full-on commitment to a change of fandom. And Wednesday night's one thing. You'll be in the Bronx at Yankee Stadium protected by Randy and Lon and the Yankee front office. But do you have the stones to do it in Queens? I guess we're going to find out a lot about you that night.
I guess so. I do have coming.
By the way, I know where Bill O'Reilly sits. You're not going to see the public anyway.
He has very good seats, that's sure. Right there, row 1, right behind home plate. I do have coming up in about an hour and a half on this show one of the former great ex-Mets who became aware of this story and texted me personally and said, "Oh, my God, Sidney, please don't abandon us." Now, he also won World Series with the Yankees. That's what's interesting about this guy. But coming up in about an hour and a half on this program this morning, Craig, the great number 18, Darryl Strawberry, will make a last-second plea to keep me a Met fan. I don't think it's going to work, but Darryl's going to try.
I love Darryl. I'm not a big memorabilia collector, but back in the day, do you remember when there was a company called Sponge Tech? And Sponge Tech became a big advertiser on almost every baseball outfield wall in America for a couple of years. And Darryl was doing commercials for Sponge Tech at the time. And I have in my little home office a sponge signed by Darryl that says something to the effect of, can't wait for our next bubble bath.
Roger Stone here. Every day you wait, your money loses value, but gold and silver don't follow those same rules. American Sovereign Bullion gives you access to a nationwide wholesaler network, helping you secure aggressive pricing on real physical metals. Call 844-272-2428 now to get your free gold and silver guide to learn how to protect your wealth with physical gold and silver, delivered right to your door or with a gold IRA. Visit asbgold.com. That's asbgold.com for your free gold and silver guide today.